McCaskey. McCaskey, where the hell are you?
Yeah, here, Inspector.
You get Boswell for me?
Not yet, sir. The lieutenant's car doesn't pick up. Could be he's already engaged the suspect.
I'm gonna tell you the first thing I want to see, Garber. I want that door to swing open, and then that gun I know you got. Drop to the ground. You got that? Okay, you want to think about it. You got 3 minutes and we're coming in.
Go. Get out while you can.
Don't, please! He says he's going to shoot me if you come any closer!
I will now join these two people in the holy estate of matrimony. If anyone can show just cause why they should not be joined together, let them speak now or hereafter, forever hold their peace.
I can. I'm sorry. I thought I could go through with this, but I can't.
What are you doing?
Please let go of me.
This is our wedding.
No.
What's wrong?
Everything that you say is a lie, and I used to want to understand it, but I don't want to anymore.
Well, just for a minute. Everything's all right.
Please, just let this one moment be true. Oh, I'm sorry. God.
Nobody leave. Wedding's not over yet. Julia? Julia, open the door. I'm sorry.
What for? Does this mean that you're going to stop asking me what you did wrong?
For anything I might have done that... Well, I'm sorry that I haven't lived up to your expectations.
No. That's the best advice that I can give you.
But I still want to marry you.
Why?
Because I love you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You like to hurt me. There's a subtle difference which I know escapes you. You just want to see how much I can take. I did pretty well, don't you think? What I don't... One of the things that I don't understand, the really big thing, is what was the point? I'm easy to hurt. I trusted you. That's no challenge.
I thought love was supposed to be unconditional.
You have what you want, Mason. I can't help it if, as usual, you don't want it anymore. There are very few things that you could do that I wouldn't forgive. So far, you've only done one. And it's not the one you think. If you wanted to call off the wedding, why didn't you just say so?
What are you talking about? Didn't I just ask you?
Don't insult me now on top of everything else! What do you think? I just woke up one day and was suddenly stupid? And that I forgot everything I ever knew about you? You're the brightest man that I've ever met. If you want to lie and cheat and get away with it, you do. If you want to get caught, you arrange for that too. Nothing you do is accidental. Including this little plea. Please, please, please marry me, Julia. I promise I'll be good, which I know is intended to be refused.
Well, this time you're wrong.
Then you are dumber and more out of luck than I ever dreamed. Please. Please, get out of my sight. And my life.
They're terrible. I just don't know what to think. Hey!
I just didn't want you to think you got away with anything, dear.
Who do you think you are?
You silly nit. If you wanted to break up Julia and Mason, why didn't you just ask me?
Me? What have I got to do with it?
Of course, I want you to know I never believed it, but I did follow you around in your little clandestine rendezvous. But then people do flock to the circus to see the bearded lady for the sheer unnaturalness of it. You know, I feel so much better about that outrageous room and board I've been paying you. It's gone to such a good cause. What did you do? Pay him to sleep with you?
All right, Augusta. You can take your $1,000 a night and march yourself over to the Capwell Hotel.
I don't care if you knit the money into underwear. It was well spent. If it gave you the wherewithal to keep Mason from ruining my sister's life.
I think Mason's the one whose life has been saved here. He'd have been better off marrying Lassie.
Excuse me, I want you to get out. Get out.
No, she just hit me.
Look, I don't know what you're shouting about. I don't give a damn. If you don't get out, I'm going to hit you myself. Now, get out.
I haven't done anything wrong. Mason invited me. I'm staying.
I said get out, and I mean get out.
You know, when you've been away as long as I have, it's the little things you miss.
20 seconds and counting.
All right, she's coming out.
No!
Yes. You think they're not going to try and get a shot at me, even if you're with me? What if you get hit? I do not want to be responsible for somebody else getting hurt. Now go. Don't just look at me. Go! Don't shoot! Hold your fire! Hands high.
All right. Take it easy.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Forget it. I watch cop shows, too.
You didn't think I'd buy that little hostage act, did you? The charge is conspiracy to obstruct justice, just in case you're interested.
I'm not.
Move in.
No, wait. He's coming out.
Don't see the gun yet.
Well, he's waiting for a sign from you.
Yeah, well, he's getting it. Go ahead. Protect yourself. Do whatever it takes.
Kane, they're coming in! They're coming in!
Go! You men!
Stay there. You want to explain to me what's going on here, Lieutenant?
He is no longer a suspect. In light of new evidence, the Deputy Attorney General of the state of California has issued a release order.
See what this changes?
Well, let me explain.
This release specifies the charges of aggravated rape and first-degree murder. It says nothing about assaulting a law enforcement officer, reckless endangerment, resisting arrest.
You don't quit, do you?
The law is the law, lady. Or have I gotten that wrong, too? And
Kane, it's Cruz. I'm coming in alone.
Oh, you men, put those guns down and keep them down.
That man is my friend.
Mason, what did she say?
She won't talk to me.
I heard you in the study with her.
Well, then why are you asking me?
Why don't you cut the sarcasm and answer the question?
She's upset about something. She won't say what. Can't anything be private around here?
Excuse me, but this isn't exactly a private occasion. What would you like us to do, cut the cake and pretend nothing happened?
Do you think it would help if I talked to her?
No, but I think it'd help if the two of you didn't talk to me. How's that?
You did this, didn't you?
Did what?
I can smell it. She may be the one who backed off, but you're the one that caused it.
Well, sure, I never could do anything right before. Why should I start now?
Would you stop it? Would you both stop it, please? We are all too on edge to argue about the history of the world. Now, yes, this is a private matter, Mason, but we are in your father's home filled with guests that we've invited. So what we want to know is this. Is it serious? Can it be mended? Can we go on with the wedding? Or do we give our apologies to everybody, get them out of here so the two of you can thrash this out by yourself?
How should I know?
Oh.
You are pitiful.
What's the matter, Dad? You afraid your social standing won't survive?
I'm telling you, I'm going to muzzle the two of you if you don't shut up and start thinking about Julia and not just yourselves. What do you want us to do? Simple question, simple answer. What?
This is my wedding day. Now, maybe I'm not ready for it. Maybe it would be better for Julia if she didn't marry me, but if it's what she wants, I'm willing to go through with it.
All right. Thank you. Then I'm going to talk to Augusta and see if she'll talk to her.
Well, no, Sophia, I don't think that'd be a very good idea. I wouldn't...
So? So what was it this time?
So why don't you have some punch,
What
Padre?
did you do to her?
Me? I'm the one that was left high and dry, remember?
But did you come home drunk last night, or didn't you come home at all?
What are you complaining about? You get paid either way. I'd think you'd be jumping for joy. All your dire predictions are going to come true now, and you won't have to renew your relationship with the Lonely Hearts Club.
All I care about is that you hurt her again. She loves you, but that doesn't matter, does it? You had a sacred obligation to live up to the honor of her love.
What do you know about love, married or otherwise? You know, reading a book on baseball doesn't make you an umpire. And having a crush from afar on some girl who finds you safe and comfortable, sort of like a vibrating lounge chair, adds up to just about the same thing.
I know enough about love to know that you were never worthy of her. And I will be the last person to regret that Julia has finally realized that.
Thank God. What? Well, I'd rather see you change your clothes than change your mind again.
Would you mind waiting a day or two for the I told you so's?
I'm sorry. That's not why I'm here. I was almost shoved in here bodily by Sophia. She wants me to persuade you to go on with the wedding. Can you? No, you can't. Well, I did my best. I don't mind being dishonest. I just don't like feeling this way.
Neither does Mason. Maybe you should marry him instead.
I can see that being upbeat is not going to carry the day. But I want to tell you something. I'm very proud of you. I always thought you were maybe a little too sensitive. Well, to put it frankly, a soft touch for the hard cases. I know what you did was very painful, but you did it with a lot of dignity, not to mention style. Now, I know people think that style is incidental. However, public humiliation is more...
Oh, my God. You think I went through that? You think I staged the whole thing just to teach Mason a lesson?
No, of course not.
No, that's something you do. I'm sorry. I suppose you're right. I was trying to teach him a lesson. That he couldn't drive me away, no matter how hard he tried. That no matter what, I wouldn't stop loving him. You see, I know him better than I know myself. Much better, obviously, because I was wrong. He could drive me away. He could make me stop loving him. Or want to. Which I know is not quite the same thing.
Julia, Did you or did you not see him with Gina last night?
To be discussed anywhere outside this room. Do you understand me?
No, I never...
I will not be embroiled in some stupid competition, no matter how he may want it to look at that.
Yes, well, all right, but it was more than appearances.
No, please.
Well, then we saw two different things. Obviously, what I saw and what you saw...
He could take my dress and march Gina down the aisle in it, and I still wouldn't be convinced. I do not feel challenged by a woman who thinks the word love is spelled with a decimal point. He could have used his job, another strange disappearance. He could have run off with his sheep, and I would still be left with the same choice. My sanity, my home, my daughter, or him. And damn him for making me choose. Damn him. I just don't know why he wanted me to think.
Look, he's an idiot. He doesn't deserve you, and he doesn't deserve Samantha.
Know what he's doing half the time. Everything, all his explanations are just a bunch of wind. And you're right. He doesn't deserve me. So my conscience is clear. Will you please tell everyone to go home?
You know, most of them live here.
Okay. Would you just tell them anything?
Sure.
Are you all right?
No.
May I come in?
Yes.
You okay? You don't need the gun.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I got something to show you.
But what?
But nothing. It's over.
Until when?
It's over. Some evidence finally showed up. Not enough to find the guy, but enough to know that you're not him.
Why doesn't this make me feel any different?
It will.
You know, it wasn't jail that bothered me as much as what the people who were important to me thought. Give me an honest answer. Was there ever a time you thought I did it? Any of it?
There was never a time.
Come, everything pointed to me.
Not everything. Things you find. Even incriminating things. They have to be weighed against things you know. You, I know.
Castillo's law. You know, I'm always going to be a little in love with Eden. Wouldn't be honest if I didn't tell you that.
I know that. It's not a crime. And it's none of my business. You two obviously have an understanding. You ready?
Yeah. I want to go home.
We're coming out. I see any guns, I'll start using mine.
after you.
Mason, where are you going?
Outside. Avoid the lynch mob.
Mason, nobody's blaming you.
Oh, no?
We just don't understand what you're doing, which is basically nothing. The reassurance that Julia needs isn't just going to drop out of the sky.
Why not? Calling it off just dropped out of the sky.
Really? That's what you think? I can't believe it. You don't know what was going on with her.
Why is it when a woman becomes pregnant, she immediately thinks she's a barrel full of wisdom?
Well, Mason, it doesn't take a barrel full of wisdom to know that ducking out that door is not the persuasive way of letting her know that you love her.
I let her know. You can only say it so many times.
So go. You'd probably both be better off. Oh.
Now, where's he going?
Outside.
You know, sometimes I think the men in this family have bricks in their head. And the rest of the time, I think a well-placed brick in the head is exactly what they need. So, we're not going to have a wedding, are we?
Is everybody gone?
No, Mason asked everybody in his family to stay.
Oh, God.
He says he still wants the wedding to take place.
Is he asking for volunteers in the crowd to fill in for me?
I think he means it. I think he loves you for whatever that's worth.
That's the big question, isn't it? What is it worth? I think some dim, long asleep instinct for self-preservation finally decided that I couldn't afford to be loved by him. Did he ask you to come in here and plead his case?
No.
You hate him, don't you? I do. Not very charitable, is it?
He's someone who's very capricious and mean, self-centered. But those are faults that I've overlooked and forgiven in other people. But no, I can't forgive him. Because every time he hurts you, it hurts me.
You know, you're part of the reason for me coming to my senses. The marriages that I've seen up close. My parents. My sisters and my near misses. I learned that it wasn't very smart to expect much from men. But there you are, you're honest and gentle and steady, and I couldn't help but see the difference between what could be and what I was settling for. I don't mean what could be with you. I'm not saying that.
I know.
I didn't plan for this. And I don't know what to do next.
So I'm really free to go?
That's right.
Afraid not, Garvin. Got several other charges stemming from your escape, including assaulting a law enforcement officer and much more, mister.
Those charges stem from the fact that the man was wrongfully arrested in the first place.
How do you figure?
It's extremely doubtful that the department or the district attorney's office will prosecute.
No way! Was this a wrongful arrest?
Boswell, he has proof that you were
That's
wrong.
not the same thing. Look, Garver could bring a case against the department, and he'd go nowhere because I can show every step of the way that this thing was done by the book.
What difference does it make if you put a man through hell by the book or by the seat of your pants?
Listen, man, either you believe in the law and the system or you don't. You don't! And I don't think I'm saying anything or letting out any secrets that your friend Castile doesn't either. Only thing he believes in is his own judgment. Look them deep in the eye and you'll know whether they're guilty or not. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a cop, not a mind reader.
My judgment is the reason I'm on this case. And your lack thereof is why you are not half the cop you think you are or could be. That you are following orders is a lame excuse for the way you have conducted yourself from the beginning of this case. But if that's the way you want to play it, fine. One more order I'll give you. Go home.
Thank God I found you alone.
Where the hell did you come from?
I was hiding over there in the rose bushes. I was trying to peek inside the window and figure out what was going on. Why is the family still here? Don't they know the wedding's off?
There's been a change in plan.
What, are you out of your mind?
Watch it.
Don't tell me you're going to go through with this marriage.
We got no choice. Whole plan's backfired. They're all in there blaming me just on general principle.
So they'll get over it.
You ought to hear the old man. He's all set to write me off. No way he's gonna let me work for him now.
Don't worry about him. Cece will get over it, too. He just doesn't like to have his schedule disrupted. He never thought Julia was good enough to marry Mason anyway. He never thought anybody was good enough to marry any of his little darlings, believe me.
No. Julia will forgive me. I'm gonna go through with it.
What, are you crazy? This is no time to get a guilty conscience.
It was mean what we did, Gina. She didn't deserve that. I'm not at all sure she didn't know that it was planned.
Planned? Well, it wasn't all planned. I mean, we kind of seized the moment, as I recall.
Well, maybe it wasn't, but still.
You know what your problem is? You're too much like Mason. You get what you want, and you feel trapped by it.
She always did right by me, except for the drinking part. I'm gonna do right by her.
It's not possible. You're not the man she's in love with.
Well, maybe I could be.
You know what you're doing? You are opening the door for Mason to take charge, if he hasn't already.
No, I don't think so. I got feelings of my own, you know, just as strong as his. I never had what he had. Home, parents, family, and all that. And I got a shot at the whole tamale. Why shouldn't I take it?
All right, that's it. I've had it. I'm not about to stand around here like a piece of furniture anymore. I'm going to find out what the hell is going on.
Don't.
Don't what?
Just leave him alone. Because at a time like this, you have the tact of a sumo wrestler. Things are bad enough without yelling and door slamming.
Aren't you at least curious about the whys and wherefores of this whole thing?
Maybe. It was just too soon. All that time he was gone, he comes back, they pretend everything's okay, and they just go ahead with the wedding.
Oh, God, Sophia, I thought things had changed for the better. I thought he came back with a sense of purpose, a sense of responsibility.
You think that because he made a visible effort to try to please you. And as long as that's your definition of character, then you're not a very good judge of it.
I'm really very, very sorry. And I hope you believe me when I tell you that this wasn't planned for.
No, Julia, you don't have to explain. We were just concerned about you.
You don't be, I'm all right.
And you made up your mind?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. Unlike Eden, I think we do deserve an explanation.
I'm sorry you're gonna have to do without. I've had to. Excuse me.
Julia, what did he do?
Don't badger him.
I'm sorry. I think we deserve to know if my son shamed a family, shamed himself. I want to know.
Not everything can be judged by whether it stains the Capwell coat of arms. Why don't you ask yourself how you can raise a son who is constitutionally incapable of understanding anything but utter unhappiness? I should be the one demanding to know what the hell went wrong.
Bet you're glad you didn't sell that house, huh?
Well, we'll see.
What does that mean?
We'll just see.
Okay, well, look, I got a wedding reception to get to, so, I'm gonna hit the road. You guys want a lift?
No, that's okay. This station's sending a car.
Yeah, get to that reception. I'll grab a lift with her. Give my regards to everybody.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
You bet.
I guess I owe you some thanks, too.
It all comes out in the wash. So now what?
I don't know. No.
Now what?
Food, large quantities of food. You want to join me for dinner?
I really have some things I should straighten out first.
Oh, well, how long is it going to take? I can wait.
I don't much feel like going out in public until this story gets straightened out.
Well, that much I can guarantee. We could always stay in.
Haven't you had enough of me for the last 2 days?
Well, I like most of what I've seen. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at being coy.
I don't think so, Liddy.
Okay.
I'm just not ready.
I kind of figured.
I haven't even had time to miss her yet. She was gone. They arrested me. It happened so fast. I'm kind of slow inside. I don't adjust the way other people do.
Well, I guess there was no harm in asking. Would there be any harm in asking again tomorrow? It's just, I don't meet many men who, well, I don't meet many men, I guess. And those that I do are usually afraid of me. Not without reason. Or they should be afraid of me. Because I'm usually trying to get something out of them. It's different with you. With you, I'm trying to get something out of me.
I don't think anybody wants you to be any different.
That is the nicest rejection I have ever had.
Please don't look at it like that.
Okay. I'll look on the bright side.
Sure. Got yourself a story.
Yeah. That I did. And it's a beauty.
You took off your wedding dress.
I won't be needing it.
Where are you going?
Home, excuse me.
I wish you wouldn't. Everyone here wishes you wouldn't, am I right?
Listen, I don't think it's a good
I think it's pretty obvious that Julia is not prepared to continue the wedding right now.
You were hired to do a wedding ceremony, nothing else. That's what you're going to do.
How dare you speak to him like that?
I want you to go back inside, put on the dress. We both wanted this for a long time. I don't think we should let a little momentary indecision get in the way.
Who do you think you're talking to?
The woman I want to be my wife.
Well, you're not the man I want to be my husband. Nor do I want you anywhere near my daughter.
Your daughter. May I remind you that it wasn't an immaculate conception?
Mason, that is uncalled for.
We're already joined in blood by that little girl. All I want to do is slip a ring on your finger and say a few words.
Yes, Mason, I understand that that's all that is to you. No promise is binding, and no trust is sacred. And a few words one way or the other don't add up to much, which is why I won't say them.
Okay. Well, you didn't get a wedding, but at least you got a show.
Smooth, Mason, very smooth. As always, you said the right thing. I advise you to have your doctors check for a brain tumor.
No charge.
Anybody else want to take a pot shot?
Quite an eye-opener, son. Seeing you and your winning ways in action. What was she talking about? What promise?
Does anybody here realize that I was the one left at the altar, not the other way around?
You're acting like a jerk, Mason.
Well, how am I supposed to act? Will somebody tell me that?
Most anything would be an improvement.
Hell with all of you.
And nobody got a reason out of Julia?
It's just as well you didn't make it. In fact, it's great considering what you got accomplished. I figured that's what happened.
Well, why was everybody mad at Mason?
Kind of had to be there. Hi, Kane. We were just talking about you. As a matter of fact, I was hoping to get Cruz a little subdued so we'd come by your house and sweep you away and take you out to celebrate. What do you think?
How's that sound? That'd be fun, huh?
I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta catch a plane.
Where? Why?
I'm gonna go back up to my mountain.
But Kane, things were just beginning to...
Why are you gonna do that?
I really don't want to see people right now. If they came up to me and said they were sorry, I wouldn't know what to say. And if they came up and said we knew all along, I still wouldn't know what to say. My life has been out of control, and I need to turn it around.
Well, you know, I know it must seem like that right now, but you have friends here, you have a job.
Two of you. This is very hard for me. You two are the two most important people in the world to me. But I need to turn my life around. And this is the only way I know to do it. It worked before.
You'll be back, like before.
I don't know, we'll see.
Kane, we went through so much together. I owe you so much.
No, you don't owe me anything.
Cruz and I, we wanted you to be godfather to our baby.
I don't know what to say. It makes me feel,
Oh. Why the hell do you have to be so stubborn, man?
Hey, what? That's what friends are for, huh? Look, I got a real estate agent and an attorney that could probably be calling you about the house and, other things. So, if you could.
You bet. No problem.
Hey, take care of that baby. Take care of this guy. If you ever need me, you know where I am. Well, good night, huh?
Bye, Kane.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
Are you ever gonna forgive me, baby? Huh? You want Mama to sing your daddy's song just once? Huh? Okay. That's right. You sing it with me. Here we go. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Daddy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing... So, where have you been?
I didn't marry you today either. Let's get that straight right now.
Look, I made you a special little dinner to cheer you up.
I don't want to be cheered up. I want to be drunk.
Well, I'm sure you can accomplish that. Why don't you get your chin up off the floor? You did the right thing.
Hell, I didn't do a damn thing. You and Julia did all the work. I just bounced around in the middle.
You know what I'd like you to do? Make me a list of all the things you don't complain about. It should only take about 30 seconds.
What'd you do? Forget to pay your electric bill?
No, it's mood lighting. I lift the room to match your mood. I'll get the caviar. You can complain about that, too.
About last night. You do remember last night when the lights were all so low?
Dimly. It's a joke. What's your point?
Were you pretending that I was Mason? I don't mind so much her choosing him over me since she thinks that I am him. But I would not like to think you were doing the same thing.
What's in my head belongs to me. You're gonna have to settle for what you can see.
Oh, come on. Buck up, Capwell. You still got me.
How could you do that to her?
Ruin her life and Samantha's and not even give it another thought? I gave it another thought. It didn't work out.
Nobody wants you, Sprocket.
Not even Gina, and she's not famous for being choosy. Everybody wants me, Capwell. You're the one they hate. They can't get enough of me. I'm the one that's been winning them back.
You're too stupid even to know how dangerous you are.
Well, whatever I am, I'm here and you're not, Capwell. 'Cause I won. There's nothing out here for you anymore. You are dead and buried.
Tonight, a time to remember. What was it like the day Kennedy was killed? I'm Tom Brokaw. A look back on NBC Nightly News.